Then I remembered something. These guys, they kind of judging me by the color of my skin. At first, I thought they were taking me to the police station. Anything that has metal in it, right? Yeah, the metal detector. Man, English, English, no, you see you. Man, today, I'm supposed to start with the usual intro, right? Hi guys, welcome to another interesting video. Okay, the details of this video are actually interesting. The details are actually frustrating, to be honest, right? But I'll make it interesting. Trust me. Trust Vanny on this one. So welcome to the Gist with Vanny segment. It's a new segment on the channel and it's been on for a week now and people have been loving it. The feedback has been great. And if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel and like the video even before watching it. Trust me, you're going to like the video at the end. You're going to enjoy the video. So like the video and drop a comment at the end or in between the video. Whenever, just drop a comment, support the movement and make sure to share the video. So what are we talking about today? Last time I made a trip to Nigeria, my hometown. Do I say where I was living or where I'm from? No, I'm going to say both. So as always, if you know me and you haven't heard this part of me, then I'm not sure you know me, because every video, every solo video I make, I remind us that I'm from Edo State, Nigeria, and I'm proud to be from Edo State, Nigeria, and I'm Ishan. All right. If you don't know Ishan is in Edo State in Nigeria, and if you're familiar with those places, I'm not going to tell you the exact town I'm from. I'm going to make you guess the town I'm from in Ishan in Edo State if you're familiar with that. And if you get my town right, I owe you a gift. Trust me, I owe you a gift if you get my town right. Okay, so I'm from Edo State, but I lived the most part of my life in Nigeria in Lagos State. So that's the history about me. So back to the whole story. The last time I was in Nigeria, before we go into any of that, if you're seeing me for the first time, thank you. Thank you so much for at least clicking the video and you're watching me. But it doesn't end there. Subscribe to the channel before anything else. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support so far. And if you have subscribed, man, I'm over the roof with thanks. But I want to do something special for the people who are, let me say it like church, for the people who are joining us for the first time. So in church, what we do is we sing, right? You are welcome in the name of the, something like that. So if you're watching for the first time, there is something for you.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I wasn't going to sing, trust me. So thank you. So back to the story, right? Keeping it simple. The last time I went to Nigeria, I was coming back to Canada and wrote Germany. What's the name of the airline? Lufthansa Air, right? I went to Lufthansa Air. So from MMIA, that's Muritala Mohammed International Airport in Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria. I took a flight to Frankfurt. Yes, I was supposed to take a connecting flight to what do they call it, Montreal, before landing in Ottawa, because I was coming to Ottawa, right? So my flight from Ikeja, from Lagos, by the way, to Germany was simple. I can't really remember full details of it because there have been so many flights, to be honest. So, but it was simple, right? Of course, tiring because it's like 6 hours. It's like going from Nigeria to the UK. Also, it's like 6 hours. It was tiring, to be honest. And by the time I by the time I got to Germany, it was like every other flight, right? I just, do my, there's no immigration documents required because I'm only passing through and I'm not leaving the airport, right? So when you land, I just take a mini train within the airport, take you down to the departure side, right? Departure side of the airport is very big, and from there, walk my way to the what do they call it now? Is it the customs area? Yeah, the customs, and they want to before you can leave Germany. In between landing and leaving, there is this customs. Is it immigration? I think it's immigration. Yeah, the immigration part of the Frankfurt airport. You have to go through them before you can leave. So I was, of course, at the immigration segment or at the immigration section. Let's put it that way. And I was used to the place because I've been going through Germany, like for a while before then. And I knew a particular guy that works there. He's black, he's a black man, and he happened to be an Igbo man. But he's been living in Germany and he understands German language very well. So when you see him, you think he's German because he's just, going with the flow, with the German flow and everything. But the first time I met him, of course, I was able to decode that he was Igbo, and we spoke and, and everything, but he was busy at work. But this last time that I passed through, when they checked me in, when you go through the electronic, that stuff that checks if you are having a weapon or you're having something contraband, like, yeah, when you're almost undressed, you take off your shoes, you take off your socks, you take off your belt, and your glasses, your wristwatch, anything that has metal in it, right? Yeah, the metal detector. Man, English, no issue. Okay, so that's just on the lighter note, right? So when you take that off and you scan through if you have any drugs or anything else, I don't know. So when we did that, I also dropped my wallet, right? And if you have any funds on you, any money on you, you have to drop it also. So we put it in a tray. I went through it. Of course, there was nothing on me. And the tray came and got to the officer's place. And while they were returning everything to me, and I was putting on my wristwatch, my glasses, just getting ready to go and have my layover before the 8-hour flight from Germany to Montreal, Canada. They started searching my bag, like my backpack, and I had my hand luggage. They searched it, everything was good, because the very first time I passed through there, they seized a lot of stuff from my bag, so this time I was wiser, gotten used to it and everything, and I took my stuff, my bag and everything. Then one of the staff there, one of the officers, the immigration officers, took my wallet. And when they took my wallet, they started searching it, and they found my razor blade. And this razor blade in my wallet has been in my wallet since I had that wallet, since I knew that wallet. It's been there forever. And I have been traveling with that wallet every time. So the razor blade is, say, is always in my wallet for emergencies, like you just want to cut something, you really need to cut something and you're not at home, you can't grab a knife, you can grab a scissors. It's always in my wallet for cases like that. And they stopped me and asked me, why do I have the razor blade in my wallet? And I was like, it's just for emergencies, like cutting stuff, for domestic stuff, And they were like, am I aware that this is a weapon? I'm like, weapon? He said, yes, this is a weapon, and it's not allowed in transit into the country or out of the country. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not aware about this, but you can keep it. Just give me back my wallet and, let me keep going. Because every other thing was okay. There was nothing on me. There was nothing in my bags. There was nothing in my wallet apart from the razor blade that said was a weapon, according to them. So I was like, you know what? Just let me keep going, and you can keep the razor blade. Like it's not a part of me. It's just for emergencies, to cut stuff and make holes. But the guy was like, I have to wait at the corner. I'm like, okay, maybe he's doing some documentation or something. But they kept me waiting. Well, it gave me time to, get back dressed up, because of course I took my shoes and socks and everything. I was able to get back my jacket, But the wait time was getting too long, so I had to ask him, what is this? What's going on? I can't remember if it was a he or a she, but I had to ask the person, like, what's going on? Like, you're just keeping me, you're not saying anything, And then I cited, they told me to keep waiting, right? Then I cited the black man, that's the Igbo man, who I met the very first time that I passed through that airport. Luckily, he was just there again on that same day. And I told them to quickly call him. I called him and I explained to him. And he was like, he spoke back to me in English, because I'm not Igbo. I don't understand Igbo. He asked me if I was Igbo. I'm like, no, I'm not Igbo. So he couldn't speak in Igbo language. He spoke in English and explained to me that this is what's going on. They have to go through their regular process because this is a weapon. It's contraband. So many English was spoken and so much grammar. And I was just perplexed because this is a razor blade. Like, bro, this is a razor blade. And they're like, yeah, I could have used it to do anything on the flight or anything. I'm like, I can't even remember that there is razor blade in my wallet because it's always there, But I try to keep cool and keep it calm and everything. Or keep calm and keep it cool, rather. And the guy was like, yeah, I should just keep waiting and all. And he secretly told me that they've called the cops for me. Cops? I'm like, Kilagbe. Yeah, that's Yoruba language, by the way, if you're not familiar with Nigerian languages. I'm like, Kilagbe. How did we get here? The cops? It's like, yeah, I should just keep it low, that they've called the cops, so the cops will take it from here. I'm like, I have a flight to catch going to Montreal. You know what I mean? And at some point, the black guy, it's funny I have to keep calling him black guy because every other person wasn't black, but the Nigerian man, yes, the Nigerian man had to step aside so he doesn't interfere or influence their processes and procedures, right? The next thing I saw was two hefty policemen were already at my back. One tapped my shoulder, but I just kept calm and maintained my cool. Like, okay, what's gonna happen now? One of the officers told me that they're gonna take me away. I'm like, where am I going to? So I was already, a part of me was nervous, kind of scared in a bit, because that's my first encounter with a foreign police. You know what I mean? If it was back in Nigeria, now now, of course, you know what I mean? Like it's Nigerian police. I'm Nigerian. We understand our language. But this one was a foreign land, and we're at the airport, and the security in the airport is even tighter, it's even stronger, or it's of a higher realm, because of course a lot of people, internationals, are there, and it's an international airport, right? So a part of me was really worried and scared and nervous and everything you can think of. But outside, I just kept my cool. Like, of course, I didn't have any bad intentions. I didn't plan to use it for any negative things, or for anything negative, right? And they took me to a different part of the immigration section. At first I thought they were taking me to the police station, or maybe the station at the airport, or I don't know, or to the police office. At first I thought they were taking me to the police office in the airport, but they took me to another section in the immigration and started questioning me. Where are you coming from? I told them I'm coming from Nigeria. Then I wasn't a Canadian citizen, right? So I was only a citizen of Nigeria. And they said, where are you coming from? I said, I'm coming from Nigeria. Where are you going to? I'm going to Canada. They asked for my passport. I showed them my Nigerian passport. Then I didn't have the Canadian passport. I showed them my Nigerian passport. They opened it. They saw I've been passing through the Frankfurt airport. And I told them, I've been passing this same airport with this wallet, with this blade in the wallet, with this razor blade in the wallet, every damn time I go through this airport. And this is the first time I'm stopped for it. And they were like, I'm lucky that that I've been going through without being stopped or being interrogated. I'm like, that's to prove to you that I don't have any bad intentions. It's just a razor blade, and long and short, they did some documentations, and one of them asked me again, saying, where did you say you're going? And I'm like, my final destination is Canada. Then I remembered something. These guys, they kind of judging me by the color of my skin. I couldn't conclude at that time, but they're kind of judging me on the color of my skin. My passport was Nigerian passport. So all that, in quotes, was kind of working, or all those points were working against me at that scenario, at that particular time. So I needed to think of something outside the box, to fix the situation. So I remembered, as at that time, I was a permanent resident in Canada, right? I had my PR card with me. So the moment the guy asked me, where is your final destination? I said, Canada. I immediately, chipped in that I'm not visiting, I'm a permanent resident. And they're like, oh, okay. Do you have your permanent resident card? And I smelled a bit of freedom. I smelled freedom coming, and I immediately dashed into my wallet and brought out the PR card. By the way, if you're watching and the story is getting really interesting and you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, okay? So I dashed into my wallet. I brought out the the PR card, and showed them. And they saw it, they confirmed it was me, it was my card. And they were like, okay, so you actually live in Canada? Yes. And you're PR in Canada? Yes. It's okay. For that purpose, they were gonna let me go. Bro, I was astonished to my teeth. Like, so if I wasn't a PR, you're gonna confirm all my fears of taking me to the station, and just because I had a razor blade in my wallet, you know, and they said they're gonna let me go because I'm a permanent resident of Canada. That was deep. That was the moment I realized. I think the rest things are better said, are better left unsaid. Trust me. Trust me. I just took my wallet. I took my what do they call it? My PR card, and I told them to keep the blade because I don't need it anymore. Like, it's gonna put me in more trouble. And I moved on from their section. I thanked them and just left. And when I had to go back to the same immigration because I haven't completed the process. I don't know if it's immigration they called them. It's still immigration. It's just the transit, right? But they still called immigration officers. I had to go back to them and tell them I'm free. I told you guys. Like, you didn't have to call the cops on me. Like, you didn't have to call the cops because of this. Like, this is something I explained to you and all that. I wasn't saying it like this, like I'm saying it to you now. No. I just went back and tried to make it a little mockery. Mockery of the scenario, of the situation rather. I took my bags and boom, left her. But in me, I was thanking God, like, thank you, God. Like, I scaled through this. I scaled through this because I don't know what would have become of me at that point, because I had a flight to catch. They would have given me a warning, you know, dent my record, something, I don't know, something negative might have happened. But I'm just grateful to God that I didn't have to go through any negative experience beyond what I already experienced. So this is the take home from the whole story. If you're traveling, do not hold anything, not even a needle, not even a pin. Don't hold anything in your wallet, in your hand luggage or your backpack that can incriminate you, because the guys at the airport, they are not smiling. They're not smiling. So besides, that's my story, and keep checking out the videos. Keep checking out other videos. A lot of videos. Remember, it's also a reaction channel. We react to videos, music videos, movies, and even sports. The AFCON is over now, and we're back to regular programming. So keep checking out the videos, and also hit the notification bell so that when I drop new videos, Gist with Vanny, because there are a lot of stories, I'm gonna keep pointing out the stories as they happen, or past experiences that I remember. So keep checking them out, and remember to support the movement. Promise me one thing: take care of yourself. And on that note, till we see you again on the next video, have yourself a good one.